What's up, everyone? I'm Scott.
I'm Jason.
And welcome to this week's Liquid Kernedge. Dude, I am so sorry about all the technical difficulties I'm having up here in Kingston.
Yeah. We literally, I think what it is the cold weather, the rain, the windstorms, the sub-freezing weather that you guys have been experiencing has froze your computer gerbils. So now they're not running as fast, and the little computer is not functioning.
Is that your professional IT advice?
That's my professional IT advice. Now that I'm knee deep in IT stuff now, that's my professional opinion.
It's just weird because this is a brand new computer essentially, and I've never had an issue with it, and it's crashed twice in the last 10 minutes. I think after this episode tonight, I'm just going to shut it down for a little while, let it relax, let it cool off, get its shit together, and then hopefully be fine for next week's show.
We were almost at a point that we were going to have to pull like an old dust off one from the vault and bring it on. That's how close we were.
I was going to pull out my old 486.
Yeah.
That's a 486, maybe. I don't even know if I have dial-up or if I can even...
You know what? We would have had to pull out the Commodore 64, baby.
Oh, that's true.
The Commodore 64. Oh, man. That's great. Well, hey, this last weekend, I went to my first spring training game.
Oh, how'd that go?
I went to the Dodgers-Mariners over at the Mariners field in Peoria. Weather was beautiful, 65 degrees. I was on the third base side. I was about probably 40, 50 feet away from Justin Turner.
So did you see, was it Clayton Kershaw versus King Felix, or is it just...
No, it was Clayton Kershaw versus some other guy. I didn't recognize the other guy. And I only got one inning of Kershaw, but he was 1, 2, 3, and then they took him out.
But, what's going to happen this early in spring training?
Yeah, but I got I got to see Clayton Kershaw pitch one inning, and he was amazing. And you don't realize how long that throw is from third to first until you see those guys just like flick it. They don't even they don't even use their full arm. They just flick the ball, and it goes all the way across. It was amazing. It was fun.
What do you think would be the hardest sport to be a pro athlete in? Football, baseball, basketball, or hockey?
Well, there's different parts of it that make it tough. Now, I personally think the easiest sport for me would be basketball, because while you have to be strong, you really have to have endurance. Like, you have to be a runner. You got to be, and I can do running. Yeah. I think football would be the toughest physically, just because of how much lifting of weights you'd have to be constantly like in physical shape.
Yeah.
And then baseball, I think, would just be hard because it's long. 3.5, 4 hour games. That's long.
But there's not a lot of movement in baseball. And you're right, with football, it's a condensed season. And if you've ever watched these stories of retired linemen that drop 80 and 90 pounds within 6 months of retiring, because they've cut their diet in half. They've gone from eating 6,000 calories a day and working out constantly to a normal diet like you and I eat. They're skinny. They go from 350 down to 200 in no time.
Well, if I had my choice, so I would be, for the endurance part, I'd be a basketball player. What about you?
I would probably, as much as I love football, I would probably be a baseball player.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's be honest. I'm built to be a DH. I should not be playing the field. I should just get to at-bat and just run around the bases and go back and sit down and have a beer.
No, I've seen CC Sabathia, 290 pitching. You could do that, Scotty.
No, I could pitch, man, but I don't want to pitch. I just want to hit. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You just want to hit. That's right, baby. That's right.
And I'm glad we're talking about this, because that gets us into tonight's topic about the competitive advantage you get in both sports and business. But before we get into that.
Yes. Are you ready for the first BuzzFeed quiz of the night?
I think so.
Scott,
yes.
Which ABBA song is going to fit your personality, buddy?
Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Go ahead.
Okay. And it's funny. It goes, "Here I Go Again." Isn't that funny? Okay. What are you looking for in your partner? Great looks, wealth, intelligence, respect, sweetness, consideration, friendship, sense of humor, or confidence?
Oh, well, you want all of that in a partner, but I guess I got to go with funny. Is that one of them? Sense of humor?
Yeah. No, dude. Great looks. Come on, dude. I know you better yourself. Come on. Choose a name for your son. Matthew, Colin, Robbie, Tom, Richard, Ben, Joe, Stephen, Harry.
Well, I
And by the
know.
way, you cannot be Tom because that's.
I know our executive producer Tom would love it to be called Tom, but I think he wants to call that Diz in case he knocks someone up by accident.
That's true.
So, you know what? Let's go with Harry.
Oh, come on. You're calling, dude. Totally. Choose a BFF. Dude, maybe I should be answering these for you. Maybe we should do that next time. I'll answer them for you.
There's so many questions to answer. Okay, Colin. So let's get Colin.
See if you know your podcast mate. Choose your BFF. Barack Obama, The Weeknd, Gigi Hadid, Taylor Swift, Miley Bobby Brown, Ed Sheeran, Selena Gomez, Kim Kardashian, Elton John.
I'd probably go with Ed Sheeran.
Oh, I would hang out with him too. He'd be fun. Okay.
Okay,
no,
so we're agreed on that one?
We agreed on that one. You answered that one correctly. Okay. So this is going to be fun. Pick a film. Inside joke right there. Pick a film. The Godfather, Bridget Jones' Diary, Forrest Gump, E.T., Schindler's List, Titanic, Back to the Future, Scream, High School Musical.
So Some Like It Hot and Digstown are on there, so I guess I'm going to have to go with Back to the Future.
Oh, come on. What about Bridget Jones' Diary? Don't you remember you and Ralph would send trailers to the Bridget Jones' Diary?
No, I'd always send it to Ralph. He never sent it to me.
That's right. Pick a dish. French fries, macaroni and cheese, pizza, hot dog, onion rings, turkey, salad, fried rice, salmon.
Oh. Let's go with pizza.
You're right there. What's your favorite app? Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, Candy Crush, Episode, or another one?
I gotta have to be YouTube.
YouTube. I like that one too. Okay. You can't really pick a view, but there's one of Seattle, London, Vegas, San Francisco, New York, Rome, and then some Greek isle.
London.
Boom. Okay. Super Trooper. You're a total superstar. Entertainment is in your blood. All your friends look up to you and want to be just like you. You're extremely popular. Wow. Super Trooper, baby. There you go.
Super Trooper.
Wow.
Well, that just happened.
That just happened. So you're a Super Trooper, which is totally true. I think if you picked Colin, though, you might have been money. But, who am I to judge?
Well, I don't know. Did I pick Colin or did you pick the other one for me?
No, I did pick Harry. You got Harry.
Okay.
Got Harry.
If you want to leave your feedback on your favorite BuzzFeed quizzes or have any comments about my ABBA song that apparently reflects me, hit us up on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Liquid Kernedge. If you want to talk to Tom, our executive producer, his is at liquid_EP. Leave him a comment. He does leave show notes on Twitter every Thursday, so it is kind of fun to see how much we do drive him nuts.
Yeah, and believe me, he wants to kill me. I do know that we'll never be able to be total friends ever because I pissed him off so much.
Oh, my God, right?
I know, right? But so now that I'm in the big city, I listen to sports radio on the drive to work, and I get about good 30 to 45 minutes depending on traffic.
Are you a converted Arizona fan yet, or are you still just listening as a Dodgers, Rams?
No, dude. Okay, so this is how lame I am. Okay, so now I am not only a Arizona State fan,
you're not only fan finally.
A Diamondbacks fan, but I'm a Grand Canyon University fan.
The lowest.
I went to the Grand Canyon University versus Seattle University basketball game last week.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah. So and Grand Canyon kicked the crap out of us. It was awful. I'm sitting in my red shirt and it says Seattle U alumni, and there is an old lady probably in her 70s holding up her stupid little antelope thing for the free throws. They have a thing where you go lopes up or something, and all the people like put antelopes in their, like they make their hand into like a bowl or something, and then they point it at their free throw shooter. But anyways, this old lady next to me, like 2 seats down, was like yelling and screaming, "Get out, come!" I was like, "Shut up!" Before I come over there and smack your face.
You do know that's a Christian school, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they said a prayer, dude. They said a prayer before the game.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Now, did you get a chance to see Arizona legend Thunder Dan Marley coach that team?
Oh my gosh! And in the first half, he was so pissed. I don't know who pissed in his Cheerios or what, but he was yelling at the kids, like completely yelling. I thought, man, for a Jesuit or for a Christian university, you're swearing a lot, buddy.
Hey, man, all's fair in love and basketball. Queen Latifah taught us that.
That's right. Well, but the big story, with all the baseball and everything else, is the potential destruction of Arizona basketball, your arch rival, due to cheating. Supposedly, what do you call that when you're like don't want to convict someone?
They're innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah. So basically, allegedly, there we go. Allegedly, the coach of Arizona,
Sean Miller,
was recorded on a wiretap saying that he was willing to pay $100,000 to their star freshman this year for him to come to Arizona.
Okay, there's a few side notes to that.
Okay, side note away, buddy.
I think he authorized the payment to it, and it's coming out now saying that it wasn't that player; it was in fact a different player.
Oh, okay, because they were saying that the original player, they said that he was innocent, that if he was promised money, he never got it.
Yeah,
if he was given money, he never got it. Because I guess he was from this area. He has ties to Arizona, so he
came from Phoenix, but it came out today that the ESPN reporter that first broke the story got the name wrong, which probably cost the ESPN reporter his job.
Well, good, because maybe they got it wrong on Sean Miller too. But at least
I don't think they did, because if you're getting if you're on a wiretap, they're pretty deep. This isn't just let's see what's happening. They've got enough evidence to get that. That's usually the last resort before they make an arrest.
But now it's led to this whole thing about cheating. That these teams that do this are cheating, and it's not only basketball, it's football, it's baseball with the doping, all the doping that was done in the early 2000s. The Russian Olympic team was in trouble for doping, so it got me thinking about how much is okay to do to push the boundaries of, I don't want to say ethics, but I think I'm going to use that term of ethics to be a winner.
But you're talking about more than just sports. You're talking about life and in business in general, because we live in a world now where we have a president that pushes those limits every day, whether we like it or not, and it pushes everyone's buttons. So it's more than just sports, right?
Well, I think it could be in a lot of different areas, and maybe the thing we should start by asking is when you think of cheating, is that something that overall the majority of people would look down upon and say, bad? We don't need cheating. If that's a general consensus that cheating is bad, why is it so bad? Like, what makes it so bad that people get so frustrated and upset about it?
Well, I think people want to think they're good people, and inherently that we know that cheating is bad, but sometimes it depends on the person. That idea of getting that slight edge because of whatever the reward is for that victory outweighs the risk. What do you get more out of that?
So if you're buying the best player in college basketball to play on your team to help ensure that you guys win, why is that cheating? Why is that cheating?
Well, because the rules in NCAA basketball state that you can't pay a player, let alone pay off a player to choose your school.
But you have no problem giving them a scholarship, a free ride scholarship to go to your university. That's okay.
Well, some would argue that that's payment. That's your payment for it right there. I mean, you don't have to pay for anything while you're going here. You just have to play ball. That's it.
Okay.
So we're not going to give you anything else because we're going to give you this. Should players get paid in college sports? I don't know. It's if they do, I say we take away the scholarships. It's tick for tack in my book. Now, on a completely unrelated note, just for full disclosure, U of A is my least favorite school.
Yes, I do.
Because they are the rival to my Arizona State Sun Devils.
Yes, they are.
U of A basketball, you're right, could be done. This isn't the nuclear program. That means they're not going to get nuked, but they're going to get sanctions. They're going to get suspensions. They're going to get losses taken away or wins taken away. And they're not much worse off than their football team, who just got out of that Rich Rod sex scandal.
Well,
it's been a bad year for.
Well, and the one of the arguments that they're talking about here is, if you know that you're going to get in trouble because of this cheating, but it's probably not going to happen for 3 years. Is it better for you guys to push the envelope and try to win a national championship this year that in 3 years is probably going to be taken away from you?
You mean like what happened to Rick Pitino?
Yeah.
Like Louisville just had all those sanctions from that and lost that national title from me a few years ago.
Yeah. But let's be honest. They lost it, but did they lose it? I don't know. They
on paper they lost.
They lost it. Like they had to forgo the whole season, and they had to forgo the national championship, but they're not going to get new rings for the Michigan, whoever they played, Michigan, I believe they played Michigan. They're not going to get them new rings saying, well, you guys are the champions now. And I heard Rick Pitino, he actually got a tattoo on his back of the national championship. Well, you can't really remove that.
Does that get taken away? I mean, you can't have that removed.
You can't. No. And if you ask Louisville fans, do you think any of them are going to say, "Oh no, we never won a national championship"? No, of course not. So then it leads to the thing. Well, what's the good of punishing someone for cheating when it really doesn't do anything? It didn't.
That's true.
It didn't take away that championship. Why do you think that? Why do you think that we, as a society, hate cheaters? Like, why do you think that that's a general consensus of why we hate cheaters?
I think it's because we're taught from a young age that cheaters never prosper, right? I mean, so it's the inherent idea that people try to tell us to be good and teach us to do good things from our early childhood, right?
Well, but I guess my question becomes is why? I mean, look at Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff cheated people out of billions of dollars. Yet, because he cheated people, he lived one of the greatest lives up until he got caught that most of us would never even possibly be able to even dream or consider.
Yeah.
So for him, he cheated, and yet we look at it as you did a bad thing, but, he won from the deal. Yeah, sure, he had to do prison later. He had to do prison later, so, I give him that. But he lived a pretty good life up until then, cheating. So some might argue, well, hey, if it gives me a competitive advantage and allows me to accomplish what I need to accomplish, be damned if it's the right thing to do.
I don't know, man. I mean, okay, so you got to spend it now, but you're going to spend the last 15 years of your life in prison. I mean, are we talking about, and I'll use this as an office space term, a federal pound me in the ass prison? Or are we talking about like a country club prison like OJ went to? I mean, that's what that makes the difference of like what kind of crime are you committing, and does the punishment fit the crime? Granted, you're right. Bernie Madoff, he stole billions essentially. Yeah. I mean, and he and his wife had no idea, which I thought was extremely funny. Until feds came and took everything. Yeah, exactly. Well, didn't his son commit suicide? I think so. That generally happens with stuff like that. Too. So he did lose. He did lose. But maybe you're like you said. Maybe it's our general hope that people win fair and square. We inherently want to see the good in people rise above and win the day. That's why everyone always roots for the underdog. Everyone always roots for the underdog because they want to see. That's why no one likes the Patriots in football. No, because they always win. They're always there. And it's always, every Super Bowl, it's like whoever's playing the Patriots, that's who I'm rooting for. Because they've been accused of cheating. And they've been accused of cheating. That's the problem. So they've been accused. So it's hard for me to say that they're the best team. And let's be honest, you ask any Patriot fan, they don't care that they Spygate. They don't care about the Deflategate. They don't care about any of that. Why are there so many gates? I mean, hell, you talk about 9 gates to hell. I mean, they're already on 3 or 2 or 3 or whatever. I mean, this is true. But if you're a Patriot, if you're a fan of a team that cheats, you don't care that they cheat as long as they win. Now, if Is that the same in business though? I mean, does that count in the business world and life too? Are you okay with cheaters? As long as that's not bothering you, and if you're profiting from it in some roundabout way?
I guess that's the question I'm asking, because I think about this. I'll just give you a scenario.
Okay.
A businessman will not pay a bill that he owes to a contractor because he wants to try to work him down on the price.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the contractor's already finished the work, but the businessman decides, well, I don't want to pay that much. I know he agreed on a contract price, but I want to pay less. I'm a good negotiator, so I'm going to lower the price.
Yeah.
Now, did he do anything illegal? No. I mean, he didn't do anything illegal. If he got a lower price or he got the contractor to waive some of the price, then most people say, hey, shrewd businessman, look at him. But on the other side, I ask, but do we respect someone who does that? Who doesn't honor his obligation to pay the contractor what was owed?
No, I don't think they can.
He's a great businessman. How shrewd! What a negotiator he is. So why is that kind of behavior? As long as you believe in it, you're willing to overlook that it's not the ethical or right thing to do.
No.
And I look at these Patriots fans the same way. Like, your team has cheated, but you don't care because they've been so successful. But they've cheated, they've gotten caught, and then when the one player who did some of the cheating got suspended,
well, let me
you're all up in arms about, oh my gosh, how terrible that was.
Let me flip the script on this then. So let's go back to that contractor analogy.
Okay.
All right. So you're trying to get paid by your customer, and he's refusing to pay you.
Yeah.
Does that contractor say, well, I understand that he tried to work me down on my price because he's a good businessman? Or he's like, no, man, this is the price we're agreed on. You pay the fucking price.
That's right.
I mean, what's the difference between? I mean, then you're getting shafted. Then it's someone. Then you're fighting a bully. You turn into the underdog.
Ooh. Scott made a little reference back around again.
Yeah, it's and that's the kind of shit I hate in this world. If you agree on a price, you fucking pay it. And our medical world is filled with that. You know, insurance will only pay a certain percentage, and then still you're lucky if they pay that percentage only if you meet all the requirements that, let's be honest, sometimes are a little fucking weird.
Yeah. If you had brown hair, then you're okay. You'll get 90%. But if you had red hair, 60.
And only if you saw the doctor on the third Tuesday of the 5th month on the 4th lunar cycle.
Well, a perfect example is bankruptcy law. Mm-hmm. Now, I understand people get financially impaired. People have financial difficulties that require them, hey, there's no way that they're going to be able to pay off this debt. There's a way for them to file for bankruptcy. Basically, you wash the debt, you deal with bad credit for a few years, but you can get back up on your feet.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, most people try not to go into bankruptcy. Most people try not to go into bankruptcy.
That's the goal of being a decent human being, yeah.
A decent human being, right? We have a judgment on that. Now, there are some business people who take all of the cash out of a business and then file bankruptcy so they don't have to pay any monies back. Now, It's not illegal, but we certainly don't look at that person and say, oh, you're a great business person because you did that. It's kind of shady, right? Like there's something about the idea that it's shady. It's
so at a certain point, it's a morality. Well, it's always a morality thing. It's what morals do you have, and what morals are you willing to compromise for the sake of $1, for the sake of getting ahead, for fame, for fortune? Which
goes back to the original question, right? Like, what are you willing to do? What would you be willing to do to win or be successful?
Yeah. And, I mean, I guess how competitive are you in this world,
But, then again, it goes back to nice guys finish last. That must have some truth to it.
Well, it wouldn't be.
I did everything by the book, and I got shafted for it.
It wouldn't be a saying if it wasn't somewhat true.
And
I think we both can attest to that it is very much true that nice guys do finish last. So you have to step up and take what you want in this world.
Yeah.
Granted, I would say not by an underhanded means, but, what the fuck do I know?
Yeah. I mean, you want to find a competitive advantage, but we seem to value people who use their intuition and use their wits and they use their courage to gain an advantage. I want to say fairly.
Mm-hmm.
We respect that. Like we like when people do it on the up and up.
We call them savvy.
Yeah, or we call them just they were there at the right place at the right time, or they did what other people weren't able to do, and they were successful doing it.
They're very astute.
That being said, it's a fine line between having huge respect for someone who does all the right things and does everything by the book and by the letter, and they're successful, and finding out that same person, no, they cheated like anything. And now they get caught, but they didn't get caught when they were doing it. And so it's almost like a shot to the gut, like, oh, man, that person like totally blew my faith that you can win on the up and up.
That's true. That is true.
And my mom used to always tell me, the winner never quits and a quitter never wins. Well...
No, that's true too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The winner never quits. Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're always going to be a winner.
Yeah, well, you have to. Winners lose 1,000 times before they finally win the big one. What's that old saying? Is that a saying? Yeah. I feel like that should be a saying.
Yeah, something. We got to come up with some better sayings, dude. I kind of fucked up the whole mojo of the podcast on that one.
We need to start our own Liquid Kernedge colloquialisms. Did I say that word right?
We need to write that book still. We've been talking about doing that.
Well, yeah. Right now we're working on a greatest hits CD.
Oh my gosh. Well, hey, Super Trooper, that's you, buddy. Super Trooper.
That's me.
I don't know. I get so I'm frustrated because, once again, you try to put your faith that things are good and people are good, and it's just a reminder that, people want to win so bad they're willing to sell everything in their souls to get it.
I think it comes down to this, and I'll put my final thought on this conversation with this. At the end of the day, you have to be out for you. You have to take care of number one in your world, which is you. And if you can't do that the proper way, then I guess if you feel like that you have to cut corners, do whatever to live the life you want to live, that's fine, man. You do your thing. That's not how I want to do things. That's not how you want to do things, but that's not our choice. We're not the ones that are being judged in the end.
Yeah. And my final thought on it is I would rather lose and do it on my own terms than win and know that I cheated. Exactly. I just don't need to win that badly. I don't need to win that badly to cheat. At something, just because I can. And, even if I knew I wasn't going to get caught, I still would know that I cheated. I cheated. I bent the rules. I did something that wasn't legal or wasn't right, and I did it and despite the fact. So I think that'd be my final thought on that. And I'd like to hear what other people are thinking about that. I mean, is it okay to cheat? Is it okay to bend the rules, break the rules if it gets you what you want?
Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all at Liquid Kernedge. Give us your thoughts. Tell Tom your thoughts, too, at liquid_EP. He always wants to hear your thoughts, and he needs some more followers on the old Twitter world.
He's doing pretty good, actually. He's doing pretty good.
Is he doing better than us, which would be really a fucking crying shame?
I don't think he's doing better than us, but he's doing okay. He's doing okay.
Right. All right, so we're going to wrap up the show. It's a good show today. But we started with a BuzzFeed. You got to ask a BuzzFeed quiz.
Yes.
I'm going to give you your BuzzFeed quiz of the week now.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good.
It is, which Marvel superhero are you most like?
Ooh, and I don't even know who Marvel is. Is that Captain America?
That is the Captain America world.
Okay, that's not the Batman one.
No, it's not. That's DC.
Okay, wow. This is a perfect quiz for me.
If it was DC, I'll clear it out. You would be Robin to my Batman.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the Penguin, I guess. Shit.
That's it. Moral victory,
I'm ready.
My friend. All right,
I'm ready.
Pick a country to visit. France, Spain, Australia, Greece, or Italy?
Spain.
España. Pick a clothing store. Prada, Urban Outfitters, Topshop, Calvin Klein, or Dolce & Gabbana?
Dolce & Gabbana, baby.
Wow, really?
Only because I like the name.
You bougie fuck. All right. Pick a color. Purple, blue, red, green, or orange?
Blue.
Pick a random word. Cat, laugh, fire, hello, Zoom.
Laugh.
Pick a house to live in. You have a giant mansion. You have a house in the woods. You have an old house you have to rehab. You have a brownstone in a big city, or you have a nice home in the suburbs.
A brownstone in the city.
Okay. Pick the perfect weather. Rainy, sunny, snow, storm, or breezy.
Rainy.
Pick a superpower. Flight, combat skills, telekinesis, super strength, or perfect aim.
Telekinesis.
I was going to say that's the one you should pick. Pick a 2018 movie. The Incredibles 2, Black Panther, which is great, by the way.
Deadpool, is it good? I haven't seen it yet.
Deadpool 2, Avengers Infinity War, or Jurassic World The Fallen Kingdom.
Incredibles 2.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I'm not, you know me, I'm not into all those other movies, man. But I'm going to see Black Panther. I've heard it's good.
Yeah. Pick a TV show. Stranger Things, Jessica Jones, Big Little Lies, Riverdale, or Breaking Bad.
Oh, man, Big Little Lies is good. I tell you what, man, I mean, I'm a perv, but that Nicole Kidman looks good. For a woman that's like almost 50, she looks good.
All right, eye on the prize here, pal. We're almost done. 3 more questions.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right. Pick an emoji. It's a little flashy bright stars, the bicep flexing, the emoji face rubbing his chin like he's thinking about something, flying money, or the tiger cub.
Thinking, the guy that thinks.
Okay. Now pick an ice cream flavor. Vanilla, raspberry, triple chocolate, toffee, or bubblegum.
Raspberry.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd have pegged you for toffee.
Oh, yeah, that's good too. But that's my
all
second.
All right. Pick a Disney movie. Final question. Disney movie. Frozen, Robin Hood, Lady and the Tramp, Moana, or Beauty and the Beast? Beauty and the Beast. Well, it's kind of funny because you are Bucky Barnes.
Who the fuck is that?
He is the Winter Soldier. He is Captain America's sidekick before he's Captain America. He's his best friend. He's the guy that gets the girl. He's everything until he is kidnapped by Hydra and reprogrammed to be the Winter Soldier, who is Captain America's greatest foe, only for Cap to capture him.
Wow.
Bring him back and take him to Wakanda to rehab him.
What a great way to finish off the cheating is I was a nice guy and then turned into a bad guy.
Because you took shortcuts. You had a bionic arm.
Jesus, what a loser. I totally, you know what? No one show me respect. I'm a total loser. I feel so awful now that I'm a cheater as a superhero.
I'm gonna change your name to Bucky Barnes on my phone. So
hey, and you're the Super Trooper. Wow, you talk about full circle, baby.
We are full
circle. Boom.
All right, man. I think that's all the time we got for today.
Good episode, my friend.
I think so. We got sidetracked a little bit, but you know what? I apologize. It happens.
It happens.
We're very chatty guys. We don't get to see each other face to face every week, so you know.
Exactly.
You know, you can go hang out with Noreen now and walk the dogs and live that big city life. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch Grand Canyon University. Maybe go to the Dodger game. You know.
I'm gonna binge watch Expedition Unknown and see what happens.
Hey, did you finish? Hey, quickly, did you finish watching Altered Carbon?
I did.
Cool, huh?
Yeah, that's something else. That was very.
That's
intriguing.
a trip, man. That's a trip.
It's definitely a trip.
If you want to watch another good one, watch Marco Polo.
Yeah, I was thinking about like the Frankenstein Files or whatever it was.
Oh, that looks good too. Wow, man. Yeah. We got to get back into that episode. We might have to dust off a couple of these episodes and bring them back because we talked about binge watching too a long time ago. Yeah,
well, it's going to be the binge watching season, so I'm trying to find that next great show. So if you got a great show that you want us to binge watch and talk about, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Liquid Kernedge.
We can do conferences now, so we can invite many people if they want to talk on the show with us. So
absolutely,
definitely hang out. You know, reach us on Facebook, Twitter, or reach out to Tom and reach out to us, man. We'll love to get you on the show.
That's right. All right, Jason, why don't you take us away?
All right, that was Scott. I'm Jason, and as always, if you never know quite what to say, just have yourself some Liquid Kernedge.